others who made donations, private individuals who definitely don't want to call their names. And so I definitely will, out of respect for them, I will not make their names known. And so we want to thank you for such an initiative like this. Okay, we want to thank you for this program. So you're listening to the Transforming Lives Global 99.5 today. Dave Williams, along with my co-host Jackie Gardner. I don't know if she's on yet, but I want to welcome my good friend. But just before I come, I want to share with you some information. This coming Tuesday, that's Tuesday coming at 4 p.m., at 8 p.m., and at 12 p.m., I did a recording with international television that's called Tree ABN, Tree Angels Broadcasting Network. I traveled there into St. Louis, Missouri a few weeks ago along with Ain Green. And that station is seen by millions around the world. And it's a focus on ASI Bahamas. And so I'm inviting you this coming Tuesday, 4 p.m., catch it 9 p.m. or 12 p.m. and watch it. It's a television station that is beamed to millions around the world. And so it's a blessing in Christ to have Bahamians featured on television, which will be seen by millions, believe me, millions. And so I'm inviting you to watch it. That's this coming Tuesday, 4 p.m., 8 p.m., and 12 p.m. It's called True Angels Broadcasting Network. Dr. Macmillan, happy Father's Day, sir. What is Christ saying to us today?
Well, Dave, I've just been listening to you giving out the allocades and announcing the program. Jesus is saying to me that if you want to connect with your Heavenly Father, you must come through me.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the basic message.
Yes.
And there are many persons who do not understand this. What we need to understand is that because of sin, the mistake of Adam and Eve, all humans, even though they were created by a three-in-one God, they were separated by sin. And God the Father and the three-in-one God had a plan in place.
Yes.
That if any of us are separated from his fatherhood, we can be redeemed. I'm sure you know that word. We can be reconciled.
Yes.
And be brought back into the family. Even it's called adoption. But it can only happen through Jesus Christ, the divine Son, who is God himself, an extension of the Father.
Yes.
It is such a glorious mystery, yet it's very simple. So that any human being born, right, of an earthly father to an earthly mother can be reconnected to our Heavenly Father through a mediator, a substitute, a redeemer. And that redeemer, substitute is Jesus Christ. And that's why this moment will always be on this program, because it assures our connection by faith with God the Father. Plus, as Dave always says, when we are connected in that way, all other things are added. How much is all? All is all.
Yes,
and
sir.
That is why this moment is so important. And we want each of us today, as we reflect on our earthly fathers and what they mean to us, may we be sure that we are back. Note how I said it, that we are back in the heavenly family, connected with our Heavenly Father by faith in Christ Jesus. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, Dr. Macmillan. Likewise, I endorse everything you say. And Professor Major reminded me that the channel is cable 653. And so myself and Elder Ain Green, as I was sharing, if you just join us, there's a recording we did on international television station. Will be aired this coming Tuesday. That's cable channel 653. It's called Tree ABN. You get a chance to watch it. It will be shown to millions around the world. maybe billions. I don't know, but it's good to proud to see two Bahamians on international television station, channel 653. That's this coming Tuesday, 4 p.m. It'll show again at 9 p.m. and then at about 12 p.m. that night, this coming Tuesday. So don't miss it. Use the opportunity to share it. Okay, as I was saying, welcome. I see my co-host Jackie Gardner is here. I just want to put you on notice, Jackie. I have 4 tickets I want to give away. So Dr. Macmillan will throw the question. You will throw the question. I will throw the question. And Pastor Williams will throw the question. They can call into Wendy's 326-0271, 326-0272. It's a Cookout Prison Fellowship Bahamas South in aid of the Back to School project at the Aaron Bailey Park, 8 to 11. There's chicken, mutton, and all of the other items that normally sell with South. Okay, donation $12, I think, for the chicken, $15 for the mutton, and the other meat whatsoever. Sorry, I only have them chicken and the mutton, but the bottom line is there's 4 tickets we're going to give out today. So I just want to thank those of you joining us on this special Father's Day show. As we celebrate our fathers, I want to use this opportunity for us to acknowledge fathers, celebrate fathers, send out the Father's Day greeting. And so Jackie, I'm just going to turn it over to you. Just don't forget, whatever you do, we can have them call in and give these trivia questions. Welcome, Jackie.
Thank you very much. Happy Father's Day. It's a beautiful day. I'm so glad it is such a beautiful day for us to celebrate our fathers. The weather is cooperating with us, so imagine that. So I'm looking in the chat and I already see Miss Patricia saying her happy Father's Day. So yes, I join in with one of our faithful listeners, followers off 3ABM, off Transforming Lives, saying happy Father's Day and wishing each father an enjoyable and a productive day. I'm glad to be alive to celebrate this day with you. My father, unfortunately, is no longer with me, but I know that there are other persons that serve in that, and even my uncle, who was like my second father, he's no longer with me, but I'm still glad I see so many fathers out there holding their own, occupying good space in our community. And so just thinking about that, I want to say congratulations to you, Dr. Williams, and to Elder Green for being featured as the ASI reps on the program 3ABN. So I'm looking forward to joining you and enjoying that productive program. And both of you are fathers, so fathers making a meaningful impact in our society. So it's Father's Day, and we are glad to have our fathers with us. I wonder, for those of you, whether you want to call in or whether you just want to share in our chat, I would like several persons to share with us, what is your favorite memory of your father? What's your favorite memory of your father? Let's talk about that. What is the favorite? Because, often we could talk about what father didn't do. But today we want to highlight our fathers, and we want to recognize all the good things that they have done. So what is your favorite memory of your father? So you can raise your hand, but Dave, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to throw it back to you, start with you, and then we'll get ready for the next person in the chat. And maybe I'll call Pastor, if he's is Pastor Williams there, he could then share. What is your favorite memory of your father? Dave, over to you, and then Pastor Williams.
Okay, for me, while our father was not in the home as much, but you asked me my favorite thing because I want to focus on the positive stuff, right?
You love the positive. You always talk about the positive. So.
Right. So my favorite thing is I could recall my father sitting in the club or the bar, and I could remember walking in there. And I could remember him putting his hand around me and introducing me to all of his friends. So for me, that would be the favorite thing, that he was proud. Said, no, this is his big son.
Wow. So, wow, recognition. So that's a good one. I hope our fathers are listening, how important it is to be recognized. Why was that important to you, Dave? Why did you consider that important to you?
I think for me, again, like I say, the fact that he acknowledged me in terms of that, I don't know, it just, and as a matter of fact, I'm trying to remember my age, but I know this was many years ago. So I'm saying, if I could imagine how old I was, I could imagine how old my brother was. But the point is, I was just proud to see him, throwing his hand around me and telling all the fellas, and that this my son. So that's all I could say. But that was, for me, that was just one proud moment. And you might have come in late, and I was telling them, after I leave the show, I'm gonna go. I'm taking my two sons out, and for me, that's a proud moment. I'm looking forward to it when I leave the show. To just sit down, to talk, and to share this time with them, because it's so important to have fathers in the home, or father figures. And so, I don't want to take too much time. I want to give somebody else. To answer you, I was proud that he was proud to acknowledge I'm his son.
All right. So I want to draw, I'm wondering if I can get Denver, another favorite person. Can we get you in the room making your contribution, Denver? Can you key in on this conversation in terms of what was your favorite moment with your father and why? And then we'll go to Pastor Williams if he's in the room. So Pastor Williams, get ready. Denver?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Denver. Once you're in the room, we're going to call you front and center stage. Yeah. So go right ahead.
Give me the question again. I missed it.
Okay, not a problem. I was asking, what is your favorite memory of your father and why? What is your favorite memory of your father and why?
Wow, that's a very interesting question. And the reason for that, my father was never in my life growing up. Not until at the later age of my life, I get to meet my father and reconnect it. So to say what is a memorable or favorable moment, that's very kind of difficult for me, because I don't remember nothing like that, because we reconnected late in my life. So I don't have a favorable time that we spent together. But for now, I know that we in a relationship, and our relationship is moving forward in a positive direction right now. So I thank God for that.
Wow, that's wonderful. I just want to pause here to recognize those individuals who might be in a broken relationship with their fathers. The fact that there's hope. So you brought a very potent point to focus, that there are persons who would be listening and they are not in a relationship with their father. So I want to recognize the fact that there is hope. So if from another perspective, as a father, I don't know if you have children, or a mentor father might have been in your life. Let's talk from that perspective, either as a father or having someone who served as a mentor father in your life. What would have made a memorable impact on your life, and why?
For me, yes, I'm a father. For me, is my wife and I. We have one son. He's 25, and what I admire is he's grown up to be, he's not 100%, but he's grown up to be a positive young man. He's focused, he's working, and he has respect and knows where he wants to go. From a spiritual point, my spiritual father is my pastor to my church, Pastor Daniel Knowledge. I look up him as a spiritual father, and he has donate some positive nuggets in my life, and some things that he taught me just from by listening to him, and from watching him as he demonstrate what a father should be. So I thank God for him, and I thank God not only for him, but for my 5 big brothers who played a instrumental in my life as I watched them from close and from a distance. They would deposit nuggets in my life also. And then we have some other individuals, so much to name, that I watch and I learn from and kind of duplicate what kind of character they have.
Oh, thank you so very much for your contribution. I think someone mic is open, please, in the background. Can you please mute your mic? Or if you want to share on the program, just raise your hands and we'll be happy to give you an opportunity. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much, Denver, for your contribution. I'll probably be calling on you again. We really appreciate it. So let me go to the chat. I want to get Professor Don Major. So I'm going to go to the chat first, and I'm wondering if I can get his contribution to the conversation. So let's go into the chat. And this is another beautiful, faithful follower of 3A. Why am I calling it 3ABN? Of Transforming Lives. I'm thinking about Dave and the show. Transforming Lives. This is another faithful follower of Transforming Lives, and her name is Miss Andrea Knott. And she wrote in the chat, "My father is deceased, but I remember my father's smile and his love in bringing all his kids, the sisters and brothers together at his home. He cooked or baked the best sauteed ham." So this person, she eats ham ever. So she's remembering a meal. So this is from Andrea, and she's saying she had a wonderful father. So that's her favorite memory of her father. I'm looking, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, grandfathers, and stepfathers. Thank you so much for bringing stepfathers center focus. We sometimes forget them, and our stepfathers really play an important role. Many of them fill in the gaps actually as main fathers, not as a stepfather. And some of them, they will tell you, my son or daughter is not a step son or daughter, that's my daughter. So thank you so much. Shout out to the stepfathers, step-grandfathers. We appreciate you. So I'm wondering if I can have Professor Major make a contribution to this conversation. If you will, Professor Don Major, can you tell me what you remember as being one of your favorite or outstanding moments with your father and why?
Good afternoon, Sister Jackie. Happy to participate in the program. Happy fathers to all the fathers and grandfathers and stepfathers mentioned here. I am one of those who are blessed to have a home with both parents in my life. My father died sadly on May 31st of last year. But we have many, many, many positive memories of him. My father was a chef. My mother admitted for many years, still does, that my father was a real chef of the house. He cooked. His thing was he cooked on weekends for Sabbath dinners and for holidays. And so we always looked forward to that because he was a real chef. He knew how to cook. He can take simple vegetables. He can take anything. He can find a few items in the cupboards, put that together, and make a great feast, and you wouldn't know where it comes from. When you get to that kitchen and you smell that stuff and you see what he's produced, you are amazed that he could take so little and make so much with it. My favorite memory, or one of them, has to do with the fact that as a kid, I think I was about 12 years old, I got knocked down riding a bicycle in front of my school. I was being naughty at the time. I kind of borrowed, quote unquote, somebody's bicycle. And unfortunately, I got hit by a car. I won't tell you about it, but trust me, it was an amazing experience. If you ever watch that movie called Superfly, where the the person got knocked out and flew way up in the air.
Yeah.
They told me that's what happened to me. I flew way up in the air.
You went airborne.
I went airborne. And I was conscious, but not conscious really, as I was talking out of my head. My right leg, the ankle was bent at a right angle in the wrong direction. There was so much pain, I didn't even realize what I was looking at. We had a good family friend, Dr. LV will know who it is, Brother Alfred Brennan. He was on the side at the time, and he picked me up out of the road, I'm told, and he helped to transport me to the hospital. My father was a building contractor. At that time, he was building a project, I think it was in Eleuthera Island. And let me tell you, when he got the word, he caught a flight somehow from somewhere, and he was there that evening around about 8, 9 o'clock. Now, this was back in the, this was, I think, 61, 62. Old pre-MH Princess Margaret Hospital. That's when they had what you call the sisters in the white outfit. And we had a British sister, and she was considered to be a dragon lady. My dad came to the hospital, I'm told, and they told him visiting hours are over. And he couldn't see his son, and he said to them,
that was not for him.
he said, lady, he said, my son got knocked down. I was away. I got to see my son. She insisted he couldn't see his son. Anyway, the porter, he almost broke down that door to get in there. My father is a Christian man. He doesn't swear, use bad words. He's very diplomatic. And he stared that lady down. He said, my son is in there, and I will see my son tonight. Whatever happened, he came in and he saw his son that night. And he looked at me. There was no criticism. He just looked at me, patted me, and picked me up. And he was there.
Wow.
To know that my dad was there, that meant all the world to me. He was always there throughout my life. Whenever trouble came along, he was always there. And interestingly enough, we got the rod many times. But in many cases, when you got trouble and trouble came to find you, his criticism, before his criticism, there was his love. It was just like the father of the prodigal son. Before he criticized you or punished you, his love was very, he fixed whatever the problem was, and later on he'd sit you down, have a chat with you, and say, and tell you all about what was wrong with your life. So he made sure and he fixed that. But for me, the thing was, and I'm glad you brought in the area of stepdads. For many years, I could not celebrate Father's Day because my only blood son was kept away from me after divorce.
Wow.
And I will tell you, and I say this wherever I get a chance to, mothers and fathers, your children are not playthings. They're not something that you play around with your relationships. If you break up with your wife or your husband, don't use the child as pawns. The child will suffer, but you will also suffer. Let the children get to know the parents, no matter what your relationship is with the father or with the mother, because that helps to make the child who and what he is. And there are many who are in prisons today. And as we said over the years, I've been involved with prison ministries for many, many years. And I have countless stories of men and boys in prison who didn't know their fathers because of bad relationships and other kinds of things. So listen, you can mess up a child's head by keeping the father or the mother away from their child. But fortunately, two things happened. I married a woman, and she had some young boys, and today, they don't call me stepdad, they call me dad. We had breakfast together this morning. And in my church, there are a number of other young men there who saw me as their dad because I took the time to spend time with them. And so I have quite a few others out there who see me as a father figure and stepdad. It's a gratifying experience to be able to pour into young men what God has blessed you with. And as an admonition, as I'm sure Dave always says, and I know Dr. Elby says, if you find a young man out there struggling on their own or not trying to find their way, pour into that young man. You can make a difference in their lives.
Wow, you said a mouthful. I mean, lots of nuggets you can pull out of what you just said. Unfortunately, mothers, I hope you're listening in. Great advice just given. Do not keep sons, daughter, do not keep children away from their fathers, especially the sons. Well, girls need their fathers too, but do not use your children as a pawn. That's number one. I walked away. That's a lesson learned. Well, I always knew it, but reinforced. So that we're repeating it for reinforcement. But those of you who might be listening and you are not conscious of this reality, we want to repeat it. Please, please, whether you are married and going through a divorce or a divorce, do not hold your children, do not keep your children away from their fathers. And secondly, if you're not married, because a lot of times, you know, the woman, when they are, women, when they're single, they'll say, this child is my child. This child is my child. No, two persons form that child, mother and father. So give that child the opportunity to have a relationship with his or her father. The individual be a more balanced individual. And I'm glad that you brought out the reality of many men, and I'm sure women, behind bars. When you drill down and you try to ascertain what are some of the challenges in their lives that might have influenced or impacted some of their decisions and might have caused them to make choices that led them to prison. Many of them would say to you, I am certain that if I had the guidance of a father or even a father figure in my life would have turned out differently. So hear ye, one and all. This is Father's Day. We are highlighting the tremendous contributions of our fathers, and we ask our mothers to please let the children go to their fathers and connect with their father, bond with their fathers. So thank you so very much for your contribution, Professor.
Jackie? Yeah, I just wanted to, okay, I see this, let me read this, Pastor Maxwell. This will be the pastor which will be hosting me in Ghana in October when I go. He says, good evening, my father's deceased since 1984, yet I can still remember the love, care, and attention given to me and my other brothers and sisters. In fact, he cared for my school and promised to do all possible means to make me a great person. I can't forget his sweet and encouraging words to me before he passed. And he says, may his soul rest in peace. And so that's Pastor Maxwell. He will be my host pastor when I go to Ghana in October. It's good to hear from you, Pastor. I'll connect with you a little later on. Also, I want to send out congratulations, Denver. Denver sent me a picture with a crown. I'll send it to you, Jackie. Congratulations. Denver was Father of the Year at his church.
Wow.
So congratulations. Yeah, he got his big crown on his head. So I just want to say congratulations to you, Denver's Father of the Year. Watching the time, I got to get this trivia in. So 326-0271, 326-0272. Jackie, get yours. I hope Pastor Mark get his. Let me have them call in. My trivia is the first father in the Bible. Simple as that. And the ticket for the Prison Fellowship cookout on Independence Day is yours at Aaron Bailey Park. You have to call me, 326-0271, 326-0272. Looking for the phone to ring right now. The first father in the Bible. Who am I? So, Jackie, let's continue on until the phone ring up, okay?
Thank you so very much. We want to give persons a congratulations to Denver. Okay. We get congratulations, Denver, coming in the chat to you. So I don't know if anybody, before we entertain our next question, anyone on the group, in the chat, on Facebook, want to say Happy Father's Day. We definitely, because of the limitation of our time, we want to get that in, those shout outs. So if you would like to say shout out to your father, please quickly identify yourself, unmute yourself, and go right ahead and say your shout out to your father. Anyone in our chat or on Facebook would like to say shout out? Is there anyone? All right. So I'm wondering.
Jackie, I'll say shout out to my father.
Okay. One second.
The first part of the Bible is Adam.
Okay, so we got that caller. No problem. Leave the producer your name, your number. I'll contact you, and you get the ticket. Is yours, okay? Because we want to get these off
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, go right ahead. You can make your call, your shout out, please. Go right ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Jackie, I just want to say a shout out to my father. He resides in Freeport. And so happy Father's Day to my father in Freeport, and wishing him all the best and many more, Falcon Pratt.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Okay.
You got your trivia, Jackie? Because we only got about 12 minutes left to get on the radio. You got your trivia?
Okay, that's what I was about to do, Dave. So thank you so much. My trivia is, which father in the Bible is known to have the most amount of sons? Which father in the Bible, most amount of sons and daughters? Sons and daughters. The most children, put it that way then.
Okay, let me give them the number, 326-0271, 326-0272. 326-0271, 326-0272. Dr. McMillan, you got your question? One more we got. Pastor Williams got one. Let's get it out there. We get these tickets away. So call us 326-0271, 326-0272. Which father in the Bible has the most children, boys and girls? That's your question?
The most children known to have. That's what they know, right? They're known in the Bible to have many children, the most among the children. Let me think about this particular father. So that should be a very easy one. Go ahead. Anyone in the chat also? You want them to call in, or a person's in the chat?
Yes, I want them to call in.
Go right ahead.
Go ahead, producer. We got them. Patch them in.
Abraham.
There you go. Father
now,
Abraham.
Let's make sure that ain't somebody who went before. We're trying to spread this gift now. We don't want one person to win up all the gifts. If you already win, let us know, and we want to give it to somebody else because we want somebody else to win, okay?
Or they can pass it on to someone. We can trust them to pass it on to someone also.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay, good. So, Pastor Mark, do you have one trivia? I'm watching the clock. Dr. Mark, do you have a trivia? Pastor Williams, do you have one?
All right, my trivia, Dave.
Yes.
Is it true or false? True or false? When we are born by our earthly mother, we become a child of God. We are born. True or false?
Okay, so someone...
Did you get it, Dave?
You said when we are born by our earthly mother, we become a child of God. True or false? Call us on 326-0271 or 326-0272. Those on the Zoom, if you want to guess that or you want to try it, but I want to give it to some persons just listening and calling in. Okay, go ahead. I hear the phone calling. And then Pastor Williams, we have one more ticket. We could maybe get ready for that. About 5 to 10 degrees. But if you look in places where Producer, we have somebody who wants patch in. You're talking 15 to 20 degrees above average. Okay, no, all right. So let's continue. We got two minutes. The question is, when you're born by your mother, are you born into the kingdom of God? That's the right question, Pastor Mark.
If you're born in the family or God becomes your father. When we are born by the mother, we become a child of God. True or false?
Okay, 326-0271, 326-0272. All right. While we wait on that, Pastor Williams, are you still here? Do you have a question you want a trivia you want to throw out? It's 4 tickets. That's 2 gone. Maybe if that one may be a little challenging, maybe Dr. Mark might have to come back with one, but we want to give away these 4 tickets today. You're listening to Transforming Lives, Global 99.5, Cable TV 974. Okay, we may have to just come up with another one. because we're looking at the time. I'm watching the clock. It's 4:52. 8 minutes ago. You want to come up with another one, Jackie? You got another one quick? If not, I always get trivias. Okay, so let me give this next one, and I want to give this to somebody who has not won before. And I am called the father of the nation, referring to the Bahamas. 326-0271, 326-0272. I am called.
That's my question, actually. That's my next question.
Okay, go ahead then. Let's get someone calling now. 326-0271, 326-0272. The ticket compliments of Prison Fellowship Bahamas is yours. Call us now. Jackie says, he is the father of the nation. What is his name? Referring to the Bahamas.
At Olive Garden, we appreciate more for less, especially when it comes to your babies.
That's the question. Who is the father of the nation of the Bahamas? Who is known as the father of the nation of the Bahamas?
326-0272. Call us now. Producer, do we have a caller? Don't. Okay, while the producer's waiting on that caller, so we're celebrating our father.
Hi, mute. Hi, I think Dave. Okay, I think you're muted. So.
Oh, thanks. We have a caller. We want to patch in, producer. Okay, 326-0271, 326-0272. I'm surprised. Nobody knows the father of the nation in the Bahamas. Wow.
Yeah,
326-0271, 326-0272. I'm surprised.
History in school? I'm wondering. I said, I'm wondering if we still have history in school. That should be an easy one.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
We grew up knowing that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody know that.
So I think we need to throw that question back out there again. Who is known as the father of the nation of the Bahamas? We have a prize awaiting for you.
Okay, producer, is there anybody you need to patch in?
The father of the nation is Sir Lyndon Pendling.
That you have to call that in. You have to call that in.
What is the number?
Somebody is on the line. 326-0271, 326-0272. We have a call patched in, producer.
Go ahead. What are you going?
Yes. Go ahead, caller. Now let's just make sure we need some new people to win now. So there's not somebody who won before. Okay, let's give others opportunity. Okay, that's correct. Now I trust that this is not somebody who have won before. Okay, the producer will take
different. No, it sounds different.
Sorry?
Yes, I won before.
Oh, this person said they won before. Thanks. Okay. Yeah. We appreciate it. We want somebody else too. So we need one more trivia time going. I watch the clock. It's 4:56. Let me throw this one out, Jackie. 326-0271, 326-0272. He is the father of all of us. Who am I? He is known as in the Bible, the father of many nations came out of him. Who am I? 326-0271, 326-0272. If you have a call, I can hear them in the studio. We can put them through.
326-7.
You have a call on the line? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Idil.
Okay, I don't. Okay, yeah, we having challenges getting that caller through.
Homework, very clever, very clever. Homes.com.
I can hear them in the background, but I definitely cannot hear a voice.
Oh, okay, no problem. I know Pastor Adley wanted to come on. Pastor Adley, go ahead. These last 3 minutes, we got to be quick. We got to wrap this up in 2 minutes. So what do you want to say, Pastor Adley?
Yes, I just wanted to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. My father has passed on from 1992, but all of the fathers who are still doing God's will, I want to commend you and let you know that I'm praying for you to continue. Yes, we have the special song, Daddy, You're My Hero, which we played last week, and we have a special drawing. So those of you who have a CD player in your car, at home, you want to get that particular song. The CD has 10 gospel songs. Call me on 803-5138, 803-5138, and put in your order. We will give you a special number.
I got a call on the line now. You can just mute your mic, please. I got a caller. Let me go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Yes, how you doing?
Hello, good afternoon. Mr.
Good afternoon.
Elvis Coletti. Elvis Coletti. Happy Father's Day to all. And the father of all nations in the Bible, his name is Abraham.
Okay, that's correct. Just give the producer your name and your number so I can get the ticket to you, okay?
Yes.
Thanks and have a wonderful day.
Okay.
Jackie, I guess you got a minute left. You want to do your closing remarks, Jackie, for Leave for the Radio?
I just want to say once again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I wish you blessings without measure. Over and out. Back to you, Dave.
So I just want to thank those of you who are listening to the program today on Transforming Lives on Global 99.5, Cable TV 974. On this wonderful Father's Day, we here every Sunday on Transforming Lives, 4 to 5. I want to thank those who made this possible for us as we plan to feed the fathers at Maximum Security Prison this upcoming Saturday, a post-Father's Day event. Fathers get a chance to spend with their children. I want to thank the Quality Home Center, located on Carmichael and Blue Hill Road, and Prince Charles, one of our sponsors. I want to thank Premix Concrete, located on Harold Road or off the Tonique Williams Darling Highway. I want to thank Vaughan Jones Memorial Center. We want to thank Titan Hospitality Management. We want to thank the HGM Maintenance on Abundant Life Road. We want to thank Phoenix Supermarket. We want to thank Prison Fellowship Bahamas. We want to thank GAW Auto Parts, located on Abundant Life Road. We also want to thank Bahama Breezes, located just off Gladstone Road. And all of the other sponsors, we're inviting you to be a part of it. So far, we're able to feed about at least 150 persons, but we want to be able to provide enough food for 400 plus men at the medium security of the Bahamas Department of Corrections in a post-Father's Day event. These fathers get to spend time with their children, as well as we provide care packages, and also we will provide a dinner consisting of what I like to call 2 meat. But we need more sponsors on board, and I want to thank those private individuals who assisted, who did not want their names to be called. And so we open for more sponsors so that we're able to feed, if possible, all of the men in the medium security in a post-Father's Day event put on by the International Men's Day Bahamas Committee in partnership with Prison Fellowship Bahamas, GRIP, Uplifting Men's Ministry, MG Rebuilt, and a number of other organizations as we host these men to a post-Father's Day event. And of course, the greatest thing we will do is lift up Christ, as we recognize that the greatest transformation that takes place is when Christ is in the lives of these men. Happy Father's Day to all our fathers. Looking forward to spending time with my 2 sons now for the rest of the evening. Dave Williams, Jackie Gardner on the program Transforming Lives, Global 99.5, Cable TV 974. Inviting you to have a wonderful day. Be off the radio right now, and we'll be on Zoom for another 10, 15 minutes. Have a wonderful afternoon.
One that I'm ready for.
Hello, Brother Dave.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man, I couldn't get that number. I keep calling, but it wouldn't go through.
Okay, 326-0271, 326-0272.
3260271.
Or 3260272.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Did anyone call in the answer yet for the father of the nation?
Yes.
I thought that lady said she had already won something.
She gave somebody.
I give it up. Yeah. Well, I just want.
And somebody, Elvis, I didn't get the last name.
Oh, you didn't get the information, right?
Yeah. His name is Elvis.
Oh, I need that information. I know who it is. I ain't get no number.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a good